أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His angels shower their barakah, mercy, upon thy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya ayyuhal ladhina, O you who believe, convey salam and salawat upon him. This is the ayah of Holy Quran al-Majid, Surah Ahzab, ayah 56. And in this ayah is, in my opinion, has a lot to do with the essence of this night. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in His divine word that we have to send salam and barakah upon the chief of creation, Sayyidina Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And for any person to receive that honor, obviously we know that is the most perfect male, most perfect person whoever has ever lived. Just what this shows us also is how much love we have to truly send salam and barakah upon Sayyidina Muhammad. It's not enough to just say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mawlana Muhammad Nabi Ummi wa alihi wa sallam. It's also showing your love by following his words, by following what he says in letter and in spirit. And oftentimes, we read a lot about, like we read Abi Kawthar, we read different things, and we often look at it on face value, look at it just on the merits of the words themselves. But the reality is we have to live this. We have to live this ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding us to send salawat upon Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How do we live that? Well, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding us to send salutations upon the best of creation, why is that? Because He is the best of creation. So what do we deduct from that? We deduct from that we should follow the best of creation's example. Peace sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anytime we are in anywhere out in the world, if we take a step back before we overreact and say, okay, how would Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best of creation, react to this? Then inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala will allow us to have a pure heart with our judgment. Of course, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that in order to distinguish true right from wrong, you have to follow right. You have to follow what you're supposed to do. If you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you don't have the full capacity and full capabilities of following this ayah, because you're not following it in spirit. You're just saying what you're just saying. But I don't want to speak too long. I also wanted to read from Abi Kawthar, which we all know is The Elixir of Life, a book that our Murshid Kamil had translated for us many years ago, alhamdulillah. And one of the things I wanted to read about was just the barakah that is in reciting Darood Shareef on Friday. So I just wanted to read you all just some of the excellence and merits of reciting Darood Shareef on Friday. That's literally the subject of this chapter. The Holy Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam proclaimed, recite Darood Shareef on the glittering day of Friday and the glittering preceding night in abundance, because this recitation of yours is presented to me. And of course, that's the Thursday night going into the Friday. And of course, our Murshid has also instructed us to always do things on Thursday night, halqa, dhikr, darood. So of course, just following in line. The Holy Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam declared, recite Darood Shareef for me in abundance on Friday, because this day is mashhood. Event angels make their presence on that day, and verily, when any of you recite Darood Shareef, it is transmitted to me forthwith. The Holy Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam declared, O my ummah, do recite Darood Shareef on me in abundance on Friday, because the Darood Shareef recited on me by my ummah is presented to me on Fridays. Therefore, he who recites more of it will find himself closer to me. The Holy Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, O my ummah, Recite Darood Shareef on me in abundance on Friday and the preceding night, because on the day of judgment I will be the witness and the intercessor of those who do so. And of course, we all know that on that day of judgment, we need any mercy that we can get, anything that we can get to help us out. So just by doing Darood Shareef and then following it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will inshallah allow us to be under the shade of His throne on that day. So we don't have to worry too much about, our slate, our deeds. The Holy Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam proclaimed, when Thursday approaches, Almighty Allah sends angels armed with silver paper and golden pens who record the names of those people who recite Darood Shareef on Thursday night and Friday to their maximum limit. The Holy Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you should recite Darood Shareef on me in abundance on Fridays and the preceding nights.